Hello everyone. Good evening. Welcome to the session today. Hope you all can hear me. Can you guys confirm once? Okay, that is great. So let us start the session, guys. So if you guys remember, yesterday we have seen about the cloud functions. Today is our last topic, guys. So today is our last session. So in today's session, we are going to talk about our Terraform. This is our last topic. So what is Terraform and why people are using the Terraform? And with the help of the Terraform, what we can do, let us try to understand. Okay, so very first thing is that actually Terraform is not a concept for the data engineers, but sometimes as a data engineer you need to have some knowledge on the Terraform. Okay, so we are not going into the very deep. Having a knowledge on the Terraform is a little bit is very much important for the data engineers, and the amount of knowledge I am going to give you so that you can able to comfortably work with Terraform in your working. Right, so let us see here. So Terraform is a tool for building, changing, and versioning the infrastructure safely and efficiently. What is Terraform? If you ask me, sir, it is one of the infrastructure as a tool, infrastructure as a code. So if you wanted to create the infrastructure, okay, you can use the Terraform. If you wanted to create the infrastructure, or create means build, if you wanted to build the infrastructure or change the infrastructure or version the infrastructure safely and efficiently, you can use Terraform. Okay, Terraform is a tool for building, changing, and versioning the infrastructure safely and efficiently. So with the help of the Terraform, we can manage existing and popular providers in custom and solutions also. That means with the help of the Terraform, we can able to create the infrastructure in the cloud as well as on premises also. So that is what it means. So what is Terraform? If you ask me, sir, it is an open source software. So you don't need to pay anything, and the source code is also available for free. So Terraform is open source software. And Terraform is developed by the HashiCorp. It is developed by the HashiCorp. Terraform software is developed using the Go language. So what language they have developed using? If you ask me, it was developed using the Go language. Terraform is also called as a IAC software, nothing but a infrastructure as a code. So what is that one? So with the help of the Terraform, you are going to create the infrastructure using the code. You have to create a script. Using that script, you are going to create the infrastructure. So that's the reason it is called as infrastructure as a code. Infrastructure as a code. With the help of the Terraform, our Terraform supports almost all the cloud platforms, guys. So this is the reason Terraform is very famous, guys. With a single tool, if you wanted to create the infrastructure in GCP or AWS or Azure, you can able to do that. So that's the reason it is called as cloud agnostic. Okay, so again, one more thing is that whatever the Terraform script you are creating, the code you are creating can be reusable also. And what language we have to use to create this script? If you ask me, sir, we need to use HCL. HCL, nothing but a HashiCorp language. So the Terraform scripts are created using the HashiCorp language. So that is what it is. So this is what is Terraform, sir. Okay, so Terraform is a infrastructure as a code tool. So very simple. To create the infrastructure, you can use the Terraform. Terraform is to create the infrastructure. That's it. Okay, so the with the help of the code. So but that's the reason it is called as a infrastructure as a code. Okay, so you can build the infrastructure, change the infrastructure, version the infrastructure safely and efficiently. Terraform is an open source software developed by the HashiCorp, developed using the Go language, also called as an infrastructure as a code tool, supports almost all the cloud platforms. The scripts are reusable. So here we have to create the HCL script. HCL code you have to write it. Usually it is also called as a script also. Okay, so that is what. So now with the help of the Terraform, let us try to create the infrastructure. What is meant by infrastructure, sir? So infrastructure nothing but a resources. Okay, infrastructure. What is meant by infrastructure? Infrastructure can also be nothing but a resources. Right? You wanted to create a resources. Example, sir. GCS bucket. GCS bucket is one of the resource in the GCP. BigQuery dataset and table is one of the table. Oh, sorry, table or a dataset is also one of the resource. Service account is also one of the resource. Dataproc cluster is one of the resource. Composer environment is one of the resource. So these are all we usually call it as the resources. So whatever you do, for example, in the Google Cloud Storage, we create the buckets. So you create the buckets manually. Sir, I wanted to create the resources using the Terraform because Terraform is an infrastructure as a code tool. So you can create the resources using the Terraform. GCS bucket, we can create it. BigQuery dataset and table also we can create it using the Terraform. Most common used nowadays. So Terraform is nowadays people are using to create the BigQuery dataset and table for the data engineers nowadays. Service accounts you can create it. Clusters you can create it, manage it, update it, delete it. Composer environment. So most of the resources can be handled using the Terraform, guys. Now let us see a few of the examples how we can able to create the GCS bucket, a BigQuery dataset and table, as well as Dataproc cluster. 2 or 3 things. Let us try to see. Okay. Any question here? Anyone? Anyone have any questions here? Okay. So I'm going to activate the Cloud Shell. Sorry. I'm going to activate the Cloud Shell, guys. We need to create the script, right? I'm going to activate the Cloud Shell. If anyone have any questions, you can ask me. Okay, I'm opening the Cloud Shell in the next window. Okay, this is where we have the Cloud Shell. Okay, sir, I'm closing it here. So with the help of the Terraform, because Terraform is an open source software, with the help of the Terraform, if you wanted to create this script and if you wanted to run the script, you need to have a Terraform installed. Okay, you need to have a Terraform installed. The best thing about the Cloud Shell is that Cloud Shell comes with a Terraform installed already. Comes up with the Terraform installed already. How do you check it? So Terraform space hyphen version. If you give, you will be able to see that Terraform is already available. You are seeing the version, that means it is already installed. So with the help of the Terraform, if you wanted to create and run the scripts, you need to have the Terraform installed. The Cloud Shell is already comes up with the Terraform installed, so we can directly use it. Okay. Now, sir, I would like to write the code. So writing a code, I am going to open the editor. So we have here the editor. Click on open home edit directory. Okay, close it, close it, close it. So let me gonna create here new folder. So I would like to create a new folder, guys. The folder name is Terraform demo. I'm creating a folder name called Terraform demo here. So, okay, so this is what. So you need to create a script, right? So I created one of the folder here. So this is what it is, guys. So assume that this is your Terraform script. Every script has its own name. So the name of the Terraform script I'm giving is main.tf. TF means Terraform. So the Terraform files, the extension is .tf. So I'm giving the name as main.tf. Assume that this is your Terraform script. So in the Terraform script, you will be having 2 blocks mainly. Okay, you will be having 2 blocks. One is provider block. So this is your provider block. And one more is resource block. Provider block means with the help of the Terraform, where do you wanted to create the infrastructure? Sir, I wanted to create the infrastructure in the GCP Google Cloud Platform. So you need to have the Terraform provider block here. So to the GCP connector, you can think of like a connector from the Terraform to the GCP. Okay, that is what we call it as a provider block. Resource block. With the help of the Terraform, what resources you wanted to create it? Okay, what resources are I wanted to create it? First, I wanted to create a GCS bucket. Okay, the code to create a GCS bucket you have to mention here. If you wanted to create a BigQuery dataset, the code to do that you have to again mention here. Again, maybe Dataproc cluster. the code to create the data cluster. So here, so if you wanted to create resource 1, resource 2, resource 3, you have to mention the script for those three resources. Script for those three resources you have to mention. Similarly here, the provider block. So if you wanted to create the connector for the GCP, you have to mention the character script here. So this is how your Terraform script is named as main.tf most of the places, and it will be having two blocks. One is provider block, one more is resource block. So provider block conveys the connector details to Terraform to the GCP. Resource block is what type of, what amount of resources, how many resources you wanted to create it. Each and every resource script you have to provide it. Okay, so this is how you have to. That means we need to create a file called main.tf, right? So we need to create a script called main.tf here. So I'll go here in this particular folder. I'm going to mention new file. I'm going to create main.tf. Let me going to increase it size, guys, for you guys. Okay, so hope you are able to see it. So this is inside this particular folder. I have created a file called main.tf. See here, this is where we have main.tf. As I told you, here you will be having two blocks. Can you tell me? First block is provider block. Second block is what, sir? Resource block. Okay, so we have to get the provider block. Sir, Terraform, usually called as a script. Script is not a program. So you have to get the script from the public documentation. Okay, scripts are already available because script is not a programming. So script is something is already available. We can copy the script and paste it here from the public documentation. Go to the Terraform GCP. Okay, select Terraform, search with the Terraform GCP, enter here. You will be having a Terraform registry. See here, first link, click on it. Click on it. Once you click on it, so Terraform provider for the Google Cloud, you are able to see this one. See here, a typical provider configuration will look like something like this. See here, so this is what it is. So you can copy this one, you can go here, you can paste it here. Okay, so this is your provider block, guys. Provider block will always starts with a keyword called provider. Your provider is Google. The project, it is asking for a dictionary kind of a thing where you have to provide your project and region. What is our project, sir? I'll go here, copy from the project. So this is where I wanted to create the resources. I'll come here and I'll paste it here. This is my project ID region. So the region I'm keeping like this. If you wanted to change the region also, you can change it. Sir, if I wanted to change the region, okay, so I would like to mention US East 1. So this is also fine. So this is how, this is what we call as a provider block. So provider is GCP, and in the GCP, the project is this one. In this region, I'm working. Okay, so this is what it is. Now tell me, guys, what resources we wanted to create it. The very first resource is that, sir, I wanted to create GCP bucket. Sir, how do we get the script for GCS bucket? So you don't need to worry about it. Go to the Terraform registry. So you have here the search box. So whatever the resources that you wanted to create in the Google Cloud platform, all the resources, scripts, including everything is here only. You can search here everything. Sir, you wanted to work with a firewall, you wanted to work with a dialog flow or data stream or data store or data proc, or whatever the thing, data flow or Google Cloud SQL, whatever the thing you wanted to create it, you can able to see it here. If you wanted to filter it out also, you can do that. Sir, I wanted to work with cloud storage. Okay, so cloud storage, you see here cloud storage is one of the. So you wanted to create resources. What resources you wanted to create, sir? So these many resources you can create it. Okay, so these many resources you can create it. Sir, I wanted to create GCS bucket. Click on that one, so that you will be able to see the code here for creating a bucket. So this is a script for creating a bucket. If you, so there are many examples. This is a script here. Here also the same script. So here also you have some script. Here also you have some script. You can use any of the script. So according to your requirement, if you wanted to create a script with some website details, or if you wanted to create with the script with some life cycle rules, okay, if you wanted to create with some other life cycle rules and force and destroy, or if you wanted to create a bucket without anything, so you can go for these things. Okay, so all of these details are here. So anything you can able to provide it, guys. Okay, so what I will do, I'll try to use this one. I'll try to use this one, guys. Very simple. Copy that one, paste it here. So any resources you wanted to create, the resources always starts with a keyword called resource, and you are creating the resource in the Google Cloud Storage bucket, and you can give your name auto expire, or you wanted to mention anything, you can mention your name here. And name of your bucket, you can change the name of the bucket. You can go to the cloud storage here. You can go to the cloud storage here. So this many buckets are there. I wanted to create a bucket called bucket Terraform testing. Okay, so this is what is okay, so this is bucket Terraform. I would like to mention 1456723. Okay, something like I have given a, so this is my bucket name, sir. With the help of the Terraform I am creating it, so that's the reason I have given bucket Terraform. So the location, you can mention the location as US. Force destroy, yes. Public access prevention enforced. Okay, so if you wanted to any mention any other details, such as you wanted to mention the project ID, you can mention storage class. Sir, I wanted to mention the storage class. By default it is standard. If you wanted to mention, for example, you can also use storage class. Copy this one. Sir, I wanted to mention the storage class. You go here, you mention the storage class is equals to, so which storage class you wanted to mention. Standard by default, sir, I wanted to mention nearline. Okay, you can copy the nearline and you can mention it here. So this is what it is. So whatever the thing you wanted to mention, the parameters, plenty of the parameters are here. Okay, plenty of the parameters are here. If you wanted to enable the retention object retention policy, public access return, uniform bucket level access. Okay, so this is what, so uniform bucket level access, if you wanted to put, so you can also put like this, copy this one. Okay, copy this one, bucket uniform access control. Okay, so you can mention here. And so if you wanted to option true or false, you have to mention. By default it is false. If you wanted to mention true, you can mention here true. I think the true should be like this, I guess. Yeah, I think, I'm not sure. Let me see. I think we have okay, like this, true. Yeah, so this is how. Okay, so this is how, if you mention uniform bucket level access, true means the bucket level, the access control will be uniform. So if you mention false, it will be, can you guys tell me, if you mention false, what will be the access control? What will be the access control, guys? How many access controls are there in the Google Cloud Storage? The types of access control in the Google Cloud Storage? Two. Can you guys tell me? One is uniform, one more is
Fine, good.
fine grain. Perfect. So you have fine grained also is there. So this is how, if you're mentioning true, that means it is uniform. If you do, if you mention false, that is fine grained. Okay, so this is how. So this is what is a, you can also remove this one. So this is what is a script for creating a Google Cloud Storage bucket with this name, in this location, in this storage class, in this access control, public access prevention is enforced. So these are all the options. Okay, if you wanted to put any kind of a parameters also, you have all the things here, guys. I'm telling you, all the options are also here. Most of the time we will be using only these options, so that's the reason I have mentioned this one. Okay, so you can find the code here, the script is here, and according to the script, if you wanted to put any kind of a options, you can able to put it here. So for example, sir, I wanted to put some life cycle rules, you can copy it and paste it there. Okay, so you can, if you wanted to put some life cycle rules, you can copy it and paste it. Or if you wanted to put some kind of a website details, you can copy it and paste it. Okay, so all of these things are possible, guys. Okay, all of these things are possible. Any questions, anyone? Can any you guys confirm if anyone have any question until this one? Okay, so I hope you do not have any questions. Control S. Okay, just save it. So we creating a provider block, we created a resource block. You can remove the space here. So this is how you have a provider block, you have created a one resource. You can create any number of resources, we will create it later. First let us try to with the help of this Terraform script, let us try to run it, and let us try to see whether this particular bucket gets created or not. Let us try to see. Okay, so this is what it is. So I'll go here. Okay, and I'll try to open the terminal only. Okay, so this is what you can close this one. You can go here. Okay, so you can see here ls. So ls, okay, 1 minute guys, I'll open this one. So ls, so where is our script is there? Sir, our script is there in the terraform -defo. Go to that. So when you give ls, you should be able to see main.tf. You are inside the correct folder. And now once the terraform script is created, once the terraform script is created, this many things. Once the script is ready, once the terraform script, once the terraform script is ready, okay, what we have to do, I'm going to tell you guys. Once a script is ready, so this is your script. If this is ready, what we have to do, the very first thing that we need to run is that terraform init command. Terraform init command. So this is a command that you can able to see that. So terraform init command, what is this one? So terraform init command is to, okay, that's wrong. Okay, yeah, terraform init command is your first command guys, so you have to do it like this. The very first command, once your script is ready, the very first command that you need to do is the terraform init. Terraform init is to initialize the backend, initialize the terraform backend. Nothing but your GCP provider will be there, terraform script backend script will be there. So you have to initialize your terraform code. Backend will be initialized. Once the terraform backend is initialized, once the terraform backend is initialized, what we have to do, sir? The next step is that terraform plan. Terraform plan will tell you how many resources you are going to create. Terraform plan will tell you the plan that is telling you that how many resources is going to be created with the help of this script. And after that, if your plan is correct, then you try to apply. That is where your terraform apply. Terraform apply. So what is apply? So terraform apply, terraform apply is to apply the resources. Whatever the plan says is plan saying 3 resources. So if you wanted to apply those, that means you wanted to create the resources, the actual command is terraform apply. So terraform apply, if you do and say yes, all the resources that is mentioned in the script will be created. Okay, so this is what is your scripts. This is what is the flow guys. Once your terraform script is ready, you have to go for init. Then after that you go for plan, then after you go for apply. So this is how the scripts, and this is how this is how the flow is. Is it clear guys? Okay, now the script is ready. Now what I will do, I'll go to that particular folder and I will run the terraform init. So I'll go here, we are inside the correct folder only. You run terraform init. Terraform init. See here, initializing the backend. So Terraform has been successfully initialized. Perfect. Look at here. Terraform has been successfully, because while initializing the backend, it will find the version of the Google, because according to your provider block, it will find the proper plugins or connectors you can think of to the GCP. So that is what it will do. Once it got the proper plugins, that's where Terraform has been successfully initialized. So this is what is your first step. Once this step is done, what is the next command guys? Can you guys tell me what is our second command? So terraform plan. You go here and you run terraform plan. So terraform plan, what it will tell you? It will try to tell you the actual plan as per the script. As per the script, how many resources you are going to create it. So it will tell you. So see here, see the plan. The final plan is saying, so it will tell you all the things. The plan says you can directly look at here. One resource to add. With the help of the Terraform, what we can do, sir? We can create the resources. We can change the resources. We can version the resources and destroy the resources also. Okay. So look at here, how many resources it is going to be adding? One. Zero to change, zero to destroy. That means how many resources we are trying to create, sir? With help of the script, only one script we are one resource we are trying to create it. Okay, that is GCS bucket. Now, what is our final command, sir?
Terraform apply.
Terraform apply. So you get Terraform apply and you mention auto approve. Okay, Terraform apply. So remove it. So I don't want it to confuse you. Just run Terraform apply. Okay, run Terraform apply, and it will ask you that do you want it to confirm the action. You mention yes. So instead of mentioning the yes, you can mention auto approve. That is what it is. So it will ask you enter the value, right? So in that scenario, you can mention auto approve. See here. So it is creating a bucket. That bucket completion created after the 2 seconds. That means apply complete, one resource added, zero resource change, zero resource destroyed. That is means what, sir? One of the resources created. So you can go here in this particular project only, right? So select that particular project, refresh this one, refresh this one. See here, look at here, this is a bucket that we have created. You can see that when it is created August 20 9:31, just now few seconds back, right? So you can see here, we selected nearline, we selected US location, not public because we ensured the public access control, we selected a uniform. So that is how it is. All the options are we have selected according to our requirement. The bucket is created. Okay, so this is what is with the help of the Terraform, this is how you can create a resources. Okay, now, sir, I am going to do the Terraform apply one more time. What will happen? Can anyone tell me? If I give the Terraform apply one more time, what will happen, sir? Okay. So Terraform apply is telling you what? Look at here. So you have given a Terraform apply one more time. And Terraform apply, Google Cloud Storage Auto Expert. This is a bucket you are trying to create it. It is refreshing the state. And no changes. Your infrastructure is matches the configuration. And Terraform has compared your real infrastructure against the configuration and found no differences, so no changes are needed. So apply complete, resources zero added, zero change, zero destroyed. So what it is saying is that I want you guys to look at our folder first. Look at our ls folder. See, when we created this particular folder, how many files we have created? Can you guys confirm? How many files we have created?
One file.
Only one file, that is main.tf only we created. But what are these files? There are two files. Look at here. This is terraform.tf state. This is terraform.tf state.backup, means this particular file's backup only this one. So what is this file? This file is state file, yes. This is a Terraform state file. So that's what is Terraform state file. I would like to tell you about it. Okay. Terraform state file. What is this one, sir? Whenever you create a infrastructure, sorry, you can see here. Whenever you apply this one, what will happen is that a state file gets created. A state file. For the first time, the state file gets created. Later point of time, every time it gets updated. So what is this one, sir? Terraform state file is a file that stores the actual state of the Terraform. What is this one, sir? It stores the actual configuration of Terraform. Means with the help of the Terraform, last time how much infrastructure that you have created, right? That entire infrastructure will be stored here. That is what is Terraform state file, guys. Okay, with the help of the Terraform last time, so you given a Terraform apply last time, not this time. Last time, however, the Terraform configuration state is there, right? That entire state will be actually stored in the state file. So that's the reason this is called as a Terraform state file. It will be created for the first time. Whenever you are doing keep on Terraform apply next time onwards, it will be keep on updated. Okay, what it stores? It stores the actual configuration of the Terraform. What is our actual configuration, sir? What is our actual configuration? Earlier when we run the first time when we run the Terraform, what was it? What it has done? It has created one of the bucket. It has created, that is your actual configuration. You can go here, you have a Terraform state file. If I mean, you don't need to actually look at it, but for your understanding, I'm telling you, you have only one resource. Look at here, it is started here, it is ended here. So only one resources. Look at here. So resource is a list. You see here, it is started here, it is ended here. Only one resource is there, that is GCS bucket. Okay, so whenever you create an infrastructure using the Terraform, a state file gets created and it will store what was resources created with the help of the Terraform. So that entire details will be stored here. That entire details will be stored here. So this is what it is, a Terraform, guys. So this is what it is, Terraform state file. Okay, so whenever you run the Terraform apply, if you don't change anything, sir, I did not change anything, but I am running the Terraform apply, what it will do? Terraform will compare your state file with the actual script. So this is the script you are running, right? For this script only you are doing the Terraform apply. So now whenever you are running it, whenever you are running the Terraform apply, this one and this file will be compared. This file and this file, if you don't change anything, both of this configuration is same. If you don't change anything, both of this configuration is same. When there is no changes between the script as well as configuration, then Terraform apply will say is that no changes required. No changes required. If there is any change, if there is any change, then it will create the new infrastructure. Let us try to do that also. If there is no comparison, that means there is no difference, it will say no changes. But what if it is a new changes are there? So let us try to add one more change. For example, I go to the main.tf. Sir, I would like to create one more resource. Sir, I would like to create one more resource. So what I will do, I'll go here. Sir, I wanted to create a data set, BigQuery data set. I wanted to go here. So I click on the BigQuery data set. I go here, I'll see here. See, so this is where you can create a plenty of these. Why it is having this many things? Yeah, let us take only whatever we want. We don't need all of these things. I'll go here to the first. So BigQuery dataset, I wanted to create it. Service account is not required. Access not required. No label. So I'll just copy it from here only, guys. All the things are not required for me. So whatever it is required, you can copy it. Okay, I'll close it here. So resource, one more resource. So how many resources is totally depends on the number of resource keyword. Just double click on it, it is showing two. Okay, that is nothing but two resources you are going to create it. One resource already created, one more resource, BigQuery dataset. The dataset name, example dataset. Friendly name is not required, you can remove it. Description, we don't mention the descriptions. If you wanted to mention, you can mention. Location is must, you can mention the location. Default expiration not required for me. That's it. Or you can mention US also. I wanted to create the R. Okay, so you can see here this location is also mentioned here. I wanted to copy the variable from here. I don't wanted to mention US again. So within the same region I wanted to create it. So you can see here I wanted to copy it from here. Dot auto expire dot. So you have this many variables, location variable I want. See here. So I wanted to mention location is equal to US only, but US is already defined here, location, right? So I want this value. So this is a dictionary, right? How do we access it? Resource dot this particular name, alias name dot this location is a variable, right? So you can copy this one. So that's how I mentioned the variable name. Okay, so I'm going to create a data set called a data set. For if you wanted to create a data set, two things only required. You already know that, right? So if I go to the BigQuery, okay, so if I wanted to create a BigQuery data set, okay, so look at here. If I wanted to click on create data set, I just need to provide the data set ID, select the location. That's it. I can just click on data set. That's the reason I have also mentioned here only two things. One is data set ID and location. Now, I don't need all of those things. I just wanted to create only. Okay, so I control yes it. Okay, now tell me guys, is the script is changed or not? This time. This time is the script is changed or not? Okay, do we have any difference between this Terraform script and state file now? Can you guys tell me? So we have a change. So what will happen when I do the Terraform apply? Let me do. So Terraform apply. Okay, for if instead of mentioning yes, right, you can mention here auto approve. Hyphen auto approve. Okay, just click on enter. It will not ask you any yes and no. See here, it is creating a data set. One is added. Perfect. See here, apply complete. One resource is added. Perfect, right? You can go here. Earlier, we do not have any days. See here, example data set is just created. See, August 2940. Few seconds back, it is created. Okay, see here, it is created in this data set. The location is US. Okay, so that is how, with the help of this one. So what will happen to your state file, guys? Earlier in the state file, you have only one resource, right? So if you go here, this is one resource. And when it is ended, one more, see, it is ended here. One more resource is added here. See, Google Cloud Storage bucket auto expire. Okay, sorry. Oh, that is okay. This is old resource and this is new resource. Yeah, sorry. See, this is BigQuery dataset is your new resource. Okay, see here, dataset, and the dataset name is somewhere you mentioned the dataset name. Okay, example dataset. See, that's how. So the state file, what will happen, sir? If the state file is already available, it keeps on updated as I told you. Okay, so now the resources are created. Two resources we have created successfully using the Terraform. Okay, very simple, sir. Terraform is very simple. You just have to know it. So if you know it, it is simple. But if you don't know, people are asking what is Terraform. Even though it is a very simple also, if you don't know, you can't tell. You can't tell, right? So if you know, if it is a very simple topic, knowing is also very easy to know. So what you have to say, now that Terraform, sir, it is an infrastructure tool to create, update or change the infrastructure, sir. And here we are creating the Terraform script, sir. We have a 4 to 5 commands are like Terraform init, Terraform plan, Terraform apply, Terraform destroy. These are the 4 to 5 commands are there. So to create a plan or init, so all of these things. Okay, so let us try to create a final infrastructure, final resource, and we will wind up the session for the final resource I wanted to create is Dataproc cluster. So people will be using the Dataproc, right? So Dataproc cluster I wanted to create. So Dataproc resources. See here, Dataproc cluster is here. Click on it, and you can copy this one. So this is just to by default. If you mention this one name and region, it will take the default details for the cluster. Or else, sir, I wanted to create a service account. Sir, I wanted to create a Dataproc cluster with all the configuration. You have it here, everything. Okay, GCE cluster, Google Compute Engine. That's great. Okay, you can use this one. It is a single cluster. So I'll copy this one, guys. I'll copy this one. So this entire thing I'm copying, and I'll go here. I'm creating this one. I would like to see is first thing is that it is creating a service account also. That is also created. Okay, so if you wanted to create a service account also using, as I told you, it is also one of the resource. You can do that. Service account Terraform, I would say. Okay, so if you wanted to create a service account, you can just mention the account ID. That's it. Okay, that's it. And the cluster, next resource I am creating is GCC Dataproc cluster. Cluster name, you can give your cluster name, guys. I have mentioned here cluster, my cluster Terraform. Okay, just to let you know that it is created using the Terraform. I'll also go to the Terraform here, sorry, Dataproc here. Go to the Dataproc and open it. Look at here, guys. I think we do not have any clusters available. Okay, see here, we do not have any clusters available. You go here. So I'm mentioning the cluster is my cluster Terraform. The region is this one. Okay, so if you don't want to use this region, you can also mention your own region also, US Central 1 East 1. Okay, graceful decommission timeout. Okay, if you don't want these things, you can remove it. Whatever the things you don't want, you can remove it. And data block cluster configuration, staging bucket I want, master configuration, number of instances, E2 medium, configuration, standard, worker machines 2, and E2 medium. So all of these details are fine. Preemptible, I don't want it, I am removing it. And image versions, I don't want it to mention. Please mute yourself, guys. Why you are unmuting yourself? Okay, you have here some software configuration. Whichever you don't want it, just remove it. Okay, just don't want it, just remove it. GC configuration, that is fine. Sir, I do not have any initialization actions. You can remove it. Oh, this is great. Initialization actions you can actually go for. Okay, service account, I don't want it. This one also, sir. Okay, so this one. So this is how. So you can see here, I am creating a cluster with this name in this region. The cluster configuration I'm mentioning, sir. Cluster configuration, staging bucket I have mentioned. Master configuration, worker configuration. That is more than enough for me, guys. So I'm going to control yes. See here, just copied and pasted. Whatever the variables that I don't need it, I have removed it. Whatever the variables I need it extra, also you can copy it from here. At the bottom, you have it here, cluster configuration, effective labels, Terraform labels, whatever the things you wanted to. You can copy it and paste it here. And then control yes, close this one, go here, and okay, just clear the screen. Terraform a plan. Oh, and you can directly go for, okay, let us check the plan, guys. Sometimes you can also check the plan to see how many resources it is going to be creating. Okay, see here, how many resources it is going to create, guys? 2. Already 2 are there. We are going to create 2. One is service account, one more is data pro cluster. Perfect. Terraform plan, Terraform apply, auto approve. I am running it. So 2 things it has to create. One is service account, one is cluster. Okay, there is some problem with the service account permissions. Yes, some problems with the service account, guys. So I'm going to go to the service account. Okay, I'll go to the service account and I'll try to provide the permissions. Okay, service account needs to have some kind of a permissions. So I'll try to go and provide the permission. I think it should be having it already, but why it is failing? Let us check it out. Oh, that service account is not there. Great. I'm going to grant access. I'm going to provide this one. This is your service account. I'll mention storage admin. Cloud storage. Where is this one? Cloud storage. So storage admin, because it is going to be creating something, right? So storage admin you can make. So I made a storage admin here, guys, somewhere. Where is that? Why it's not detected? Service. Okay, it's the same thing, right? But it's already having it. The service account is already having it. Why it is throwing an error? It shouldn't be throwing an error. Let me check it one more time. Well, when I'm clicking on granting it. Okay, this is the one I have selected. I selected cloud storage admin, and save it. No change policy is already there. Okay, let it be. We applied it now. Okay, so now we have applied it. Now I think let us do the Terraform apply one more time. One resource to add. One of the service account is already created. Something wrong. Okay, let us check it out. First, first before that, let us make sure that the service account is created or not. Service account is, see here, the service account Terraform. That means the service account we have created. Go to the service accounts, and you have here the service account Terraform. It is created, guys. So this is created perfectly. There's no problem. And there's a problem with the data proc cluster. It is getting failed. Permissions are missing for the data pack control plane, identity service account, that is this one. Missing permission storage buckets dot get on the bucket, and this is usually happens on a custom resources staging bucket. Okay, let me gonna mention this one. Let me gonna add that permission. And why is that? I don't know. Okay, sorry. The service account is, so this particular permission is missing. I'm going to add it, guys. I think I have added it, but I'm not sure why this is throwing an error for me. Yes, data proc. Go here. So cloud storage. We have a cloud storage, and we have object admin. I'll make objects.get. Okay, when I say allow users to create object does not give the permission to view. Oh, okay, that's great. Admin grants all the objects including the listing, creating. Yes, this is a perfect storage object admin. Yes, save it. So I provided this one, guys. Oh, where it is coming, I'm not sure. Okay, let me refresh it. Okay, storage object admin. So we are providing somewhere, but where it is coming? Storage object admin. Just now we provided one of that, right? Okay, well, let me filter out name. No, not this one. Okay, we have only two service accounts. But at least it should be having it here, right? But when I'm adding it, why it is coming? How it is coming? Okay, let us check it out this time. Policy, it's getting updated, but why it is not showing, not sure. Let us try to apply it one more time and see if this time it is throwing an error or it is creating it. Okay, this usually happens when a custom resource, example, custom staging bucket. Okay, some issue, guys. Let me see if I faced the same issue last time also. Do I have the code for last time? Did I create the last time Terraform? Firewall. No, I did not have it. 1 minute. So let me see in my local machine, guys. So somewhere some option we have to mention it because I see that the problem is this one. This is a problem. But what if I remove it? What if I remove it? Let me see. Because if I don't mention the custom staging bucket, it will directly create it according to the requirement. Let me see it. I think it's going to be creating, right? I think, yeah, it's getting created, guys. See here, whenever we mention, yeah, waiting for, wait, setting minimum CPU is not supported for, yeah, this is a quota issue. Okay, so we fixed us some problem that, so usually we can't mention the storage bucket until and unless we have a proper permissions on it. So what I have done is that I don't want it to mention the custom bucket. I would like to use the, oh, okay, I got it. I got it. What we have done is, I'll tell you, guys. So what we have done, I'll tell you. This particular bucket is right. On this particular bucket, we do not have a permission because this bucket might have been created by some person in their own project, right? So because that bucket is not there with me, so some person from the Google Cloud, they are some other people might have created that particular bucket, right? So this particular bucket, they might have created it. So data proc staging bucket. On top of that bucket that is there in their own project, we cannot be able to access it. So if you wanted to mention a staging bucket, you have to mention a own some name. So that's the reason it is failed. If you don't mention also, it will create its own staging bucket. You can mention. Okay, so that's fine. Now what I will do, it is throwing an error. One more is that setting up a minimum CPU platform, guys, because we have a quota issue. We can't go with this ones, right? So what I'll go here, So I'll try to create a cluster. I'll try to first delete it. Okay, I'll try to delete a cluster, and I'll try to create it with a, I'll try to get that information on the nodes, guys. I would like to mention the information on the nodes. Okay, I wanted to use E2 standard 2. So this is my machine type. I can get the machine type from here. So E2 standard 2 I wanted to use. Copy this one. Go here. I don't want to use this one in both the places. I am changing in the both the places. Look at here. E2 standard 2. Okay, so I can remove this one. And disk configuration PD SSD. Okay, PD SSD. Okay, yeah. I don't want, so let us check it out here. For this particular thing, what is the bucket? Yeah, it is PD balanced. Copy this one and go here. You can mention here it is PD balanced. You can mention 30, that is totally fine. I think control yes it. Okay, so just go here and Terraform apply. Okay, so let us see if it is getting created or not this time. Okay, this you have requested one local SSD for primary worker machine, and this machine does not support local SSDs. Bad request. Okay, it does not support. So if it is not supporting it, what we have to do? I'll mention here disk configuration. Also here PD balanced. Okay, so I don't want it. Local SSD, I don't want it. Okay, now look at here. Okay, this time let us see. So this is how the errors will come into the picture based on your knowledge that you already know how to create the cluster manually. So if you are able to create a cluster manually, that you already know that how to create the cluster automatically. You just have to provide the details, right? So already the parameters are there. You mentioned the details, what configuration you wanted to. E2 standard 2. Earlier E2 medium is not working. So what I'll do, I know that E2 standard 2 will work. So I just copy the proper name of that E2 standard 2 and paste it here. See, the cluster is getting created. You can go here and go back, and you should be able to see that the new cluster is getting created. That's it, guys. So this is how, with the help of the Terraform, you can able to create any number of infrastructure. Okay, you can create GCS buckets, BigQuery, Dataproc, Dataflow, Composer, anything, Cloud SQL instances, any number of things you can able to create it, guys. So this is what is Terraform. Okay, anyone have any questions, please tell me. If anyone have any questions, you can ask me, guys, now. If you guys have any questions. Yeah, yeah. Yes, 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 you can do that. Yes, yeah, you can do that. That's a CI/CD. Okay, so you can able to schedule it with the help of the CI/CD pipelines. Okay, you will be having Jenkins, for example. Okay, you can use Jenkins or Cloud Builder, such kind of a tools. You have to use it, and you can mention the scheduling information to run this Terraform script at some point of time. You can able to do that, something like that. Yes. No. For Terraform, no. Terraform, no. Nothing is that. Terraform, you do not have it. Terraform is Terraform.tf is different. YAML is different. Okay, so YAML has some standard standard what we call it as a formattation, but Terraform you can directly go. You just have to just look at the indentation. That's it. So you'll get to know when you are trying to create it, right? You'll get to know the indentation. You don't need to worry about it here. So when you click on enter here, that is starting from here. If you are starting from here, that's where. And even you have mentioned from here, for example, what you can do now, you can also always use Terraform format. One more command you can use. Okay, so if you have given indentation is missing, sir, but I wanted to take care of indentation, one of the command you can use is Terraform format. Okay, so what it will do, it will format your code properly as per the indentation. Okay, this is also one of the, yeah. Correct. 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 So that's what. So this Terraform state file is your local file. Usually, what people will do, this backup file will be there, right? They will store it in some secret locations, because if this file is gone, then you have a backup. Why the Terraform state files are very much important is that because your entire configuration is with you. It's like your assistant that it is storing. It's like a your tax advisor that he is storing all your tax details. He is storing your entire property details, including all the things. So if it is missing, then means you will not be having a proper track. So that's the reason you Terraform is very smart enough to create a state file, and people are lazy. So that's the reason Terraform has created a backup file also. So what you have to do, the Terraform state file, you can keep it here. So while creating this Terraform backup, you can mention your backup storage in the Terraform script. Somewhere you can mention storage. So Terraform backup storage has to be stored in the GCS bucket, or maybe some Azure buckets or somewhere. You can mention so that it will be, this backup will be actually safely stored in the some GCS buckets and something. So that is also possible. It's just a backup file. Both are same. If you are the data also, if you can look at it. Okay, just mention here the data is also same. Okay, yeah. Finally, if you wanted to reuse it, what we have to do, sir, you just rename it. Just rename it as remove the dart backup, it becomes a Terraform state file. That's it. Okay. Yes, any other questions, anyone? Yes, Vijay. Any number of resources we can create it. Any number of resources we can create it. Any number of resources we can version it, change it. So there's no limit on that. Of course, I told you, right? So you, if you have a proper access with you, you change just the provider block. Okay, you just change the provider block. Mention here that instead of Google, you mention here Azure. You go here. It's not that. So similarly, however, you have a Terraform GCP, you have searched. You can search like Azure. Okay, so you can go to the Terraform Azure. The first link, if you go, you'll be having a Terraform Azure. You will be having a Terraform Azure provider. Okay, this one is the provider. Okay, yeah. So you'll be having a provider details also here. You see, Terraform provider details. Not only that, AWS also you'll be having. Okay, according to that, you can able to just go there, and you have here. Yeah, you can just go there. For example, I want to create a data factory. So you, everything is same. Azure Blob Storage, just see everything which you wanted to create it. The process is same. Just to let you know, just you have to know that this is the process and this is how we can able to create it. If you have an access, the important thing is that you need to have an access. Okay, once you have an access, you can able to do that. All of this, the process is same. There isn't any difference. So that's the reason Terraform is called as a cloud agnostic, because in any cloud platform, most of the people, 90% of the DevOps engineers use the Terraform only for creating the infrastructure in almost all the cloud platforms. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Any other questions, anyone? Okay, let us see here. Once the cluster is created, see here, guys, the cluster is created. Perfect, sir. As per our requirement, we planned to create a cluster, sir. I have created. So there comes the time where we wanted to shut down everything, right? So there comes a time, sir. The client is asking you to, whatever the resources you have created so far, just can you delete it? Because our project is completed. We are no more working on the Google Cloud platform, or we don't wanted to work in this particular project. We are migrating to the next project, or we are shutting down this particular project, or we are working in the next project. Okay, so in such a scenario, you have to create all the resources that is created using the Terraform. In such a scenario, we have a one more command that is Terraform. What is that one, sir? Terraform destroy. So there is a destroy command is there to delete all the resources. Okay, to delete all the resources which was created by the Terraform. Okay, so that is what you can use it. So this is not the step after the Terraform. So it is a step to delete all the resources which you have created. I would like to mention here, this is not a step. This is a step to delete all the things. Okay, so this is a step to destroy all the resources created using the Terraform. So Terraform destroy. It will also ask you yes or no. You can see here. It will also tell you the plan. So the plan is 0 to add, 0 to 3 to destroy. You are destroying 3 resources. Okay, so do you really wanted to destroy all the resources? I say yes. So it is going to be destroying, guys. One by one, it will destroy all the things. 3 destroyed. Okay, go here. No, destroy doesn't work like that. So destroy means it will destroy all the thing. Apply also. Apply doesn't. You can't do the granular things. Okay. So you can't do the granular things. So it is apply means all the resources will be applied. Destroy means all the resources will be destroyed. Okay. Yeah. Because the destroy works based on what, sir? Destroy works based on the Terraform state file. So whatever that is there in the Terraform state file, those will be deleted. Some people can do this thing also. Sir, I can also manipulate my destroy. Okay, sir, I know that what are the resources that is there in the Terraform state file, it will be deleted because it is a list. Sir, I will from the list I will remove out of 3 objects, I will remove 1 or 2 objects. You can remove it. So that's where you can smartly, you can whatever the resources you wanted to delete it, you can keep it there only. Which you wanted to keep it live only, then you can remove that from the Terraform state file, because from the Terraform state file only it will start deleting it. See here, all the resources are getting deleted. If you go and refresh here, you do not have the example data set also. See here, it is gone. In this bucket also, refresh here, this bucket will be gone. See, so that is how it is. Any questions, anyone, please? If you guys have, this is a Terraform, guys. So you can go to the service account also, right? So earlier you go for the service account, you have 3. Now it is 2 only. That means one of the service account is gone. Okay, so this is how you can able to create the resources. You can able to do delete the resources, version the resources. We also done the versioning also, right? So for example, versioning is nothing but, sir, I just wanted to change the name, updating, changing, right? So you can mention changing. So instead of near line, I want the code line. So when you do it, the earlier bucket gets deleted and new bucket gets created. Okay, so the such kind of a things will also happen. Okay, versioning we call it as. So this is what is Terraform, guys. With this one, I have told you the Terraform also very easy to understand, very easy to create the scripts also. Okay, yeah.